And so it all started when I began to feel too skinny as a result of the nasty comments that I would get from people. And even before that, my face was acne ridden. I had an issue with my speech. I was always stuttering to my embarrassment in the presence of my friends, and a lot was happening. And I felt, God, you put me in the wrong body. I am Lydia Mark, and you are welcome to the Enlightened podcast on Lily's Legacy. Today's topic is quite sensitive, and I bet you have a story to tell just like I do. We shall be unraveling the information in this subject matter through 6 main outlines. So stick till the very end because you're about to learn a lot that is going to transform your life. Now, insecurities can include feelings of inadequacy, a low self esteem, body image issues, fear of rejection and failure, and comparing oneself to others. Well, in this video, we're going to deal mainly with the aspect of body image issues. Now, body image issues refers to how someone perceives your own appearance and overall attractiveness. Your insecurities are those parts of you that you don't feel comfortable about and confident about. It could be one's weight, one's height, one's stature, facial features, body features, legs, nose. People can feel insecure about a lot of things. And when we talk about the body and the appearance, I believe females tend to be more insecure than males. So, what produces insecurities? What influences these insecurities? You see, body image issues can be influenced by 3 main factors: societal standards, media portrayals, and personal experiences. And personal experiences. Societal standards. Society makes people believe that they're not beautiful until they look a certain type of way. Society appreciates people with special features sometimes, like, say, dimples, or what's this thing called? Can't remember. And say, cat eyes. And the media, in fact, portrays these standards. So people are made to think that they are not beautiful, not because they are not beautiful, but because society has standards. Society has set the standards, and if you don't fall into these categories, if you don't fall into these standards, you're made to believe that you're not good enough. That is not true. That is not true. And number 3, personal experiences. I have grouped this into 3 main parts. Puberty. You see, during the onset of puberty, our body undergoes certain changes, and these affect our bodies in a bizarre way. So somebody who knows nothing about acne has your face full of acne, and bro says, I am here to stay. And also physical defects, biological defects can make a person insecure. Perhaps somebody has some sort of an abnormality, and then there are actually people who have nothing wrong with them, like literally nothing is wrong with them. They have a body feature that they're not comfortable about. They have some parts of their body they're not comfortable about. But when you look at them, there is nothing actually wrong with them. They just dislike it naturally. It's demonic. You are under attack. You are under attack if nothing is wrong with you and you just dislike a part of your body. It's a work with the devil. Number 1, engaging in unhealthy behaviors to try and change things and fix the parts that we don't like. Some people would irrationally starve themselves for fear of gaining weight. Some would unnecessarily daub their faces in makeup. When I used to feel insecure, I thought about wearing bigger things, bigger clothing to try and hide my skinny self and trick people into thinking I was a bit fatter.
How can you possibly trick people into thinking you're bigger or fatter by wearing bigger things? You see what insecurities does to your mind. It just reduces your mind to a point where you think you have to do these things to fix yourself, to fix what cannot and what should not be fixed.
Number two, timidity and sham confidence. This is insane and deceptive. People who have insecurities, some people tend to have this sham confidence. They are very confident. They like to be all over the place. They like to prove themselves to you. But make no mistakes about them. In reality and deep inside, they are timid. And it's all in pretense. Number three, seeking validation and attention. We yearn to be appreciated, to be accepted by people, especially in social media. And so we do everything we can to seek validation and to gain the attentions of people. This might be a major sign that somebody is insecure. And number four, we've got dissatisfaction and depression or sadness. Of course, who are insecure about their bodies would soon start to feel dissatisfied, unhappy about themselves. It might even lead to self hatred, self condemnation, and ultimately depression. And number five, people who are insecure tend to compare themselves to others. When you are insecure, you only see the good in others and you try to be like somebody else. Most often, people who are insecure try to copy other people because they feel like they aren't good enough. You should be confident in yourself, in your looks, because everyone at some point in their lives have insecurities, but those who succeed are those who embrace themselves and move on with it. Like, I can change these parts of me because God wanted me to be this way, and why get so worked up about it? I started to deal with every negative thought about myself by first treating the condition of my mind. Because you see, insecurities has a lot to do with your mind than it has got to do with your physical appearance. Those who are insecure would never see their capabilities, their skills, their talents, their potentials. No, because they only focus on the physical, on their bodies. Those who are insecure would always try to please other people, would always try to copy other people. No, you'd find out that a lot of people, even after performing lots of surgeries and trying to fix these things, they still are dissatisfied because it's not about the body, it's about the mind. Some people have nothing wrong with them, yet they feel insecure because it's not about the body, it's not about the appearance, it's about the mind. So work on the condition of your mind. Nothing is wrong with you. There is no one else I'd rather be than me. Nothing is wrong with how I look. I don't want to be like anyone else. I am beautiful just the way I am. And you know something cool? The first two words of beautiful make sense. Be you. So you have to be your own beautiful and don't let society define how you should look and how you should not look. Maybe you're a bit chubby, that's okay. Maybe you're skinny just as I am, that's alright. Maybe you're the shortest in your circle, that's cool. You're okay and nothing is wrong with these things. It is also very important that you fortify your mind against bullies, critics, and hate comments. You need to rise above critics, rise above hate comments. It's never really about the people and what they say. It's about the fortification of the mind that renders their words futile. Because as long as there are people that would always have something to say, people always have something to say. Even you, at some point, you have fueled somebody's insecurity by something you said to them, maybe unintentionally, maybe through a joke. So as long as we're people who would always have something to say, it all depends on the fortification fortification of your mind. I was walking out one day and this woman stopped me only to tell me that I looked too skinny and asked if I don't eat food. That is so obnoxious. And I've had tons and tons of comments like that in the past few weeks and in the past few months and in the past few years. But hey, I didn't sulk. I have reason past that level of sulking because somebody says, Lydia, I used to sleep. No, I don't care. Don't care. Guy, I do not care. If you sulk, you will continue to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink until you just disappear, because people would always have something to say. So rise above critics, rise above hate comments, rise above bullies, because your mind is enlightened. If you are a Christian who believes in the Lord Jesus Christ, then you have no reason to be insecure about any parts of you, because hey, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Now I know that sounds like a cliche, but check this out.
Why did we not learn this in school about DNA?
The DNA molecule encodes information in a roughly digital or alphabetic or typographic form.
Why do you use the term digital?
Well, because in computer science we have characters, zeros and ones.
I see.
This is Crick, 1957. It's the sequence hypothesis. He realized that the information in DNA, the chemical subunits of DNA called nucleotide bases, were functioning like alphabetic characters in a written text, or like the zeros and ones in a section of computer code. It wasn't their chemical properties that gave them their function, but rather their specific arrangement in accord with an independent symbol convention, which was later explicated in the form of what we call the genetic code. So we had genetic text functioning according to a code. Crick, by the way, was a code breaker in World War II. Whenever we find information and we trace it back to its ultimate source, we always come to a mind, not a material process.
What blows my mind the most is that this existed for thousands of years until it was discovered by mankind.
So God is an artist. He is creative, and you are a piece of his creativity, his workmanship, his masterpiece. He formed you meticulously. He was intentional about you. He didn't do no abracadabra, no. You are not an accident. And so David said, you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb. And Job says, did you not pour me out like milk and curdle me like cheese, clothe me with skin and flesh, and knit me together with bones and sinews? So God was intentional about every part of you, and you are made in his image. You don't need to be shy about the parts that you don't like. You don't even need to dislike any parts of you, because God loves you. He adores you. And while the world might say bad things about you, Jesus thinks you are to die for. So guys, that will be all for this content. I am so glad that you stayed till the very end. I could hug you right now.
Aww.
Now, I just need you to do me one favor. Share your experiences in the comments section and tell me how this video has transformed your mindset and helped you. Do well to like this video to help YouTube recommend it to other people, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I love you so much, and I would see you in the next content. Bye.